Hello team, my name is Mahesh. In this video, we are looking into how we can set up and configure a Jenkins master and slave architecture. So in this video, we are looking the ways how we can leverage the Jenkins master and the slave architecture to distribute the load across the multiple work nodes. So in this video, we are entirely looking into the configuration of the Jenkins, how we can add multiple nodes and or the worker nodes inside the Jenkins itself, what are the ways and how we can configure the nodes itself, how we can set up the resource limits and all those things inside the Jenkins itself. So those things we are looking in this video itself. So make sure you watch this video till the end, and as you can see the architecture inside the master node, we are basically building our Jenkins job, and throughout a Jenkins pipeline itself, we can execute those jobs on a particular agent itself, or we can set up an agent as any to run our pipeline inside a worker nodes itself. So in that way it will distribute the like entire architecture, it will distribute the entire load. That is the thing. So just go on the AWS itself. I'm using the my AWS account to create the resources, and we will replicating that architecture, and we will require a 2 EC2 instance for this. I'm selecting Ubuntu image version 22 and confirm the change. I will require the t2.large image because I'm running a Jenkins job on it, and it will require some extra vCPUs on that. So for the key pair, I need to create one key pair. So key pair name is let's suppose a Jenkins. Create a key pair. Select the security group, which I already have a security group with all the access, and click on launch instance. So two instances are in the launch stage, both are running. Okay, so another one is a I can say a slave, or we can also call it as a node. Okay, so both the instances are running. So in the master node, what we need to do, we need to connect. First of all, we need to connect to the master node. So to connect it, we we will require to connect as a root. So I didn't get any errors while doing that. So currently I have logged in as a root user inside my Jenkins master. So there are some prerequisites that we need to install, as well as we need to install the Jenkins default installation in this machine. So first of all, just do apt-get update, and so apt update is so we are basically updating the repository currently, and after that we will install the Jenkins. So just go on the Jenkins official documentation, Jenkins download. So from there you will get the Jenkins installables. So on this stable version, we are installing for the Ubuntu and the Debian release, and this is the some of those commands that we will require to install the Jenkins version. So in the master, we have updated the repository, as well as we need to install the I can say a default JRE. So apt-get install default-JRE. So the JRE which will require for to run the Jenkins successfully, and as well as to connect between nodes, we also require a Java version. Um, uh, uh, for the both EC2 instance, we will require the same Java version. Otherwise, we will get a conflicts while connecting to the machine itself. So inside a security group, let to be clear in this. So for the SSH, to take SSH, you need to allow the port number 22 on your machine, port number 22 from your security group. For the HTTP, you will require to access that from the custom TCP itself. So the port of the Jenkins itself, it is a 8080. It is listening on 8080, and I'm also allowing the traffic from the all the traffic I'm allowing from the anywhere from the IPv4. So I have saved that security rules. So make sure you do the you will run the same, and you need to verify uh, Java hyphen version. So which version it is it installed? It is installed the Java 11.0. Okay. So on our slave machine, we need to update the repository once, and after that we need to install the same Java version as we have installed the default JRE inside the master node. We need to install the same inside a slave node as well. So apt update done. We need to install the default JRE apt-get install default -JRE. So default JRE package, once it is installed, we can check throughout the Java-version. Okay, so for the Java, we can check the Java-version. Is it installed the same? Yeah, 11.0 build. So for now, what we need to do, we need to add the GPG key and the repository, I can say repository entry inside our apt list, and throughout that we can able to install the Jenkins from the apt itself. So there are commands. I can provide this article in the description itself. You can just go and copy paste the commands from here, and it will as it is mentioned on the documentation, it will automatically install the Java for you. So there will be no issue on that. So just paste the update and it will update the repository for you. It will we need to install the OpenJDK 17 JRE package as well to run the Jenkins successfully, and as well as we need to install the Jenkins as well. So it is installed from the it get installed from the apt itself. So as we have added the repository, so just paste this and it will install for us. For the Java, I need to install the same Java version as well in the my client side, my Jenkins worker node. I can call it as a slave as well. Okay, so let me check. Is it my 17 version is correctly installed or not? Yeah. So as you can see, 17.0 build is successfully installed on my machine, OpenJDK version. And what we need to do now, we need to check the service of the Jenkins. So systemctl status Jenkins, the service is running, and we can able to access throughout the public IP address. It is mentioned right here, or on the if you go on a EC2 instance on your master node, just select that and you will get the public IP address of it. Public IP address :8080. So throughout that you will get connected to the Jenkins Jenkins itself. Just you need to get the initial admin password, and you will get it from this particular path. So just copy and paste. This is a default installation of the Jenkins, as you already know, and suggested plugin installation. So it will take a little time based upon your internet speed and all. And once it is installed, we can I will get back. Okay, the Jenkins is the default installation of the Jenkins is complete. You just need to set up the admin and initial things such as admin username, password, and the email address and rest of the things. Just click, once you finish that, just click on save and go ahead to the dashboard itself quickly. Yeah. So once you get here, you can add your node or the slave from the build executor status as well, or the you can go from the manage Jenkins, and you can go on the nodes itself. You can get the you get into the same place. So what you need to do now, just click on the node before we set up any pipeline, or before we doing anything, any configuration change in the Jenkins. We are creating a new node. So I am calling as a agent1, agent1. This would be a permanent agent, and click on create. There are multiple parameters that we need to set. For the description, it is for to get understanding of this agent, whatever the things installed on this machine, or it could be a host name, or it could be details about this virtual machine, such as it has installed the Docker, it has installed the virtual machine, the virtual box is installed on this machine. It has installed by default the Ansible. So those things are it is mentioned by default. The number of sorry about that, the number of executors, this means what how much amount of a vCPUs or the physical CPUs limit do you have. So inside our t2.r image, we have a 2 vCPU limits, but it is very like a trial and test. By default this value set as a 1, but depending upon your course or depending upon your CPU performance or depending upon your CI/CD pipeline that you are running on your worker nodes, it totally depends on that. Suppose you have put the five number of executors, it will not able to support because we don't have any physical cores of present on that node. So make sure it is always equivalent to the cores that is present on that machine. So it is again very trial and test. You need, if that that machine core is completely 100% running all the time, you need to reduce to the default number or you need to reduce the value to lower number of executors. So make sure we can do those changes. The remote directory which we will require to do the things home, we have a Ubuntu home directory. We can use this home directory to set up all those things, such as suppose I need a Maven and it will require to some it will require some out it will need to store some outputs in particular directory. So for that, for on the agent itself we are using this directory for our node. So the labels are just as a description itself. It could be it is a Linux machine just for the just for our identification. It has installed the Jenkins, it has also installed the Ansible, it has also installed the Maven, and Gradle, or those many things are already installed. So the usage, there are two usage. Either we can use the label to select, if you specify any labels while building the CI/CD pipeline, at that time only it will run this work on this particular node. It will send that job to this particular node. If we select this job, select this matching label, or if we use the node so much as possible, it will go on a go by default, and it will use the entire I can say it will use on every CI/CD pipeline. It will use this our worker node. So we are keeping that as much as possible right now. So for the launch, to add the nodes inside our Jenkins cluster, so inside there are two ways. In the Jenkins stable version, there are multiple ways. If you can see, if you able to see, there are four or five types of connection. You can throughout that you can able to connect. But for now, for the simplest way possible, we are using the Jenkins SSH, and we will require public IP of our Jenkins slave. So this is the public IP. Just let me copy and paste it over here. So for the credentials, I'm using, I don't have any credentials, need to add it. So this would be a secret text file or secret file. So I need to choose that file. So it is inside my just a second, inside my download. The PEM file that you have provided, it is present on this particular machine. So ID SSH underscore key, it is my private key, and you will get that while you're creating creating an EC2 instance. I have added that file, and okay, the credentials could not be found. Okay, need to add it again. A secret file, scope would be anything, jenkins.pem, description 1 2. Click on add. So credential has been created. Let me refresh it once. So it is not able to take the like direct file. So we will try to use the private key file. So we will require to enter private key file directly, or we can add that file by using the secret. So the ID we will require, which is the Ubuntu. So I can call if I will require, or it is saying the credential is already created. So let me try to connect it now. Jenkins, it would be on username and the private key. ID would be agent 1. Description would be, I'm keeping as same. Username, I'm selecting Ubuntu, treat as a secret, and enter private phrase. So I just need to go on my jenkins.pem file, and I need to copy the entire content from that file and paste it on that phrase section. So this is my private key file, and I need to paste it over here. So there you go, I have pasted it, and click on add. So it has saying the credential is created and we have added it. So the host key verification strategy, it is basically protection against the DDoS protection or all those things. It is basically a security feature for the for this particular itself. So just keep as a manual trusted key verification strategy, or no verification strategy will require for this now. And if you need to add any environmental variables to, like, if your application will require some kind of variable to once your agent is launched, so in that case you can use this environmental variables as well. So just click on save. Here you have added your agent 1, and as you can see, we have added the labels. You can see the label here, the project details or the description that you have written, it is mentioned, it is present on here. So it is basically for your information only. So what you need to do now, you need to run this agent. So to okay, so it has automatically started. So as you can see on the logs section, it has successfully authenticated with the machine, and it has tried to configure the instance. So agent is successfully online. As you can see, the agent that we have added is successfully online in here. So in the sync itself, it is currently online. So let's go on the dashboard and create new item. So we are creating a new pipeline. So test underscore pipeline, it would be a pipeline project. Click on save. I need to install the Maven. Basically we are trying basically we are in a slave machine. We are creating one Jenkins pipeline to check out my job is running on my agent, or perfect agent or not. So let me do apt-get install Maven. So I'm installing the Maven package over here, and I can able to run I run that package from the Jenkins pipeline itself. So Maven hyphen version. So command to check Maven is successfully installed or not. There will be Maven hyphen version, and there you go. Apache Maven 3.6.3 is installed on this machine, our agent machine. So I'm just discarding the old builds if there are any. If we create that much for the pipeline, I'm just using the hello world template. And what we need to do, we can as well we can use the Maven pipeline. So in this case, I'm just going with the hello world, and I'm just running one command, which is sh mvn hyphen version. So this is the default template, and the agent name is agent 1. So just click on apply and save, and click on build now. So it would be like it would be directly, that job will directly run on our machine itself. So let me see what was the error that we get. The agent which is agent 1. So there is another one thing which I need to explain. So inside the Jenkins itself, as you can see in the build executor status, we need to see it is not a recommended practice, or it is not a security recommendation to use the master node or the Jenkins master node while inside the build executor status, or the Jenkins master will only run the pipeline, and the pipeline will only run on the agent nodes, not on the master. So in that case, if you need to run the master, if you need to run the pipelines on the agent node only, what you need to do, there is one option. You can go on this particular built-in node, just go on configure, and you can select this status as select the executor status as true. You can select the whatever the labels that you will require, and we can only run this particular server while this expression is matched. If in the pipeline itself, if there is someone put this label, so at that time only the master node will be accept that Jenkins pipeline, and it will run on the master node. But in the normal time, it will run on the agent node. as well as suppose someone have by mistakenly put this label and try to run the job in the master node, it will get failed because we have put the number processor count as a 0 or the vcpu count as a 0. So by default it will not able to run on that, and we will see only agent node. So that is another security, one security good practice. And what we need to do now, we just go on agent as a any. So click on apply, save, and click on build now. So we'll see it is able to build it now. Yeah, so as you can see, it has successfully able to build our job, and we will get the required output from the from our agent one. So that is overall thing. Hope you will understand how the Jenkins will how the Jenkins will um, basically how we can add a Jenkins master and connect to the Jenkins slave nodes. Multiple, as we have seen, we have attached same kind of worker nodes, while we can attach multiple worker nodes by using the same method. And this will work regardless of any operating system. For the Windows only, we have to set up, we have to, if the SSH is SSH service is enabled on that machine, you can connect with the SSH, or you need to use the Windows. I guess the agent we will require to install on the Windows machine, or the we can use the another method for the CMD, or there are on other method as well for to authenticate. So that is the overall thing. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe button of this channel, and you will find a ton of amazing video in this channel. And that's it. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.